The individual who was once so engrossed in playing mind games with you is now trapped in a cycle of relentless misfortune. This is a direct consequence of the pain they inflicted upon you. They are gradually losing their grip on reality, unable to suppress the truth any longer. The overwhelming sense of embarrassment and emotional turmoil they are experiencing is palpable, almost as if they are drowning in a sea of regret and guilt. Your intuition, as it turns out, was unerringly accurate. The harm they inflicted upon you, whether intentional or not, is now returning to them in full force. It's as if the universe is serving them a bitter dose of their own medicine in the form of bad luck or karma. Your calm and unbothered demeanor, in stark contrast to their chaotic state, is driving them to the brink of insanity. They are wallowing in a pit of despair and misery, consumed by a desperate wish to turn back the hands of time. They yearn for a chance to rectify their mistakes, to undo the hurtful actions that have led them to this point. The absence of your comforting presence in their life has left them feeling powerless, heartbroken, and lost. You were of immense importance to them, a beacon of light in their life. Yet, they failed to recognize your worth. They made you feel insignificant, as if you were just another face in the crowd. However, you need not worry. The universe has a way of balancing the scales. Justice is on its way to you, a reward for all the good deeds you've done and the kindness you've shown. You are now experiencing a sense of lightness, a contentment that comes from letting go of the past and embracing the present. The difficult cycles you've been through, the trials and tribulations you've faced, have not broken you. Instead, they have forged you into a stronger, braver individual. You've emerged from the storm, not with a spirit battered and bruised, but with a resilience that shines brighter than ever. On the other hand, they chose the path of least resistance. They opted for the easy way out, stepping back and walking away from the connection you both shared. Now, they are paying the price for their actions. They are learning, albeit the hard way, that every action has a consequence, and sometimes, the price of a mistake is a lifetime of regret. Their decision to walk away, to abandon the bond you shared, has left them in a state of remorse and longing. But it's too late now, the damage has been done, and they are left to deal with the aftermath of their actions. I understand that you're curious, perhaps even anxious, about the depth and nature of my feelings for you. I've been maintaining a certain distance, not because my affection has waned, but because the perceptions and judgments of others have been weighing heavily on me. The societal lens through which our connection is viewed has been exerting a significant amount of pressure on me, causing me to retreat into my shell. Despite this self-imposed separation, you are never far from my thoughts. In every face I see, in every voice I hear, I find traces of you. Every person I meet, every place I visit, seems to echo your name, serving as a constant reminder of you. It's as if the universe itself is conspiring to keep your memory alive within me, through signs and symbols that resonate with your presence. There are moments when I am overwhelmed by the urge to reach out to you, to bridge the gap that has formed between us. I miss you more than words can express. I yearn for the comfort of your company, the familiarity of your presence. I wish I had been more vocal about my feelings, more expressive of the importance you hold in my life. I regret not telling you how much you truly mean to me. I am sorry for the way things unfolded between us. I wish I could turn back time and rectify my mistakes, but I am painfully aware that some things cannot be undone. You are my guiding star, the beacon that lights up my life. I refuse to let anyone come between us, to take your place in my life. You are not just a part of my life, you are my life. You are everything I've ever wanted, everything I've ever dreamed of. My heart is filled with love for you, a love so profound and overwhelming that it scares me. I am deeply, irrevocably in love with you. But this love also fills me with fear, making me hesitant to take the next step, to move our relationship forward. So, I find myself waiting, hoping that you will initiate the conversation, that you will give me some sign, some indication of your feelings. I am acutely aware of the trust issues that have arisen between us, of the resentment, sadness, and pain that have found a place in your heart. I know that my words, my behavior, and my actions have caused you much distress. This message is particularly for those who are in the initial or middle phase of the twin flame journey. It's a journey of love and self-discovery, of pain and healing, of separation and union. It's a journey that is as beautiful as it is challenging, as rewarding as it is demanding. And through it all, I hope that we can find our way back to each other, stronger and more in love than ever before. It's a challenging experience when the person you care about stops communicating with you. The absence of calls, texts, or any form of attention can be quite disheartening. I understand that it might seem unfair for me to express this sentiment, especially considering that I've been guilty of the same behavior in the past. However, it's only now that I've come to realize the impact of such actions. Being on the receiving end of this silence, I've come to understand what it feels like to be ghosted. The lack of communication, the unanswered messages, the unreturned calls, they all contribute to a sense of isolation and rejection. It's a feeling that's hard to describe until you've experienced it firsthand. In this process, I've started to see things from your perspective. It's as if our roles have been reversed. I'm now in your shoes, experiencing what you must have felt when I was the one who was distant. It's a sobering realization, one that has made me reflect on my actions and their consequences. You've changed in recent times, becoming more reserved and focused on your life. You seem unbothered by the situation, almost indifferent. This change in your demeanor is something that I've noticed, and it's causing me a great deal of anxiety. It's hard to reconcile this new version of you with the person I knew before. I understand that my behavior might have been a contributing factor to this situation. I was erratic, unpredictable, and perhaps even a little selfish. I now realize that my actions might have pushed you away, leading you to establish these boundaries and maintain a distance from me. I admit that I acted cowardly. I was overwhelmed by the positive emotions you evoked in me and didn't know how to handle them. Instead of confronting these feelings, I chose to avoid them, which only ended up hurting both of us. I can sense that you're upset with me. It's a feeling that's palpable, almost tangible. I want you to know that I understand your feelings. I realize that I've made mistakes and I'm willing to take responsibility for them. In retrospect, I see that I was a coward. I let my fears and insecurities get the better of me. I was overwhelmed by the good feelings you gave me and didn't know how to handle them. I let these emotions cloud my judgment and influence my actions. I want to apologize for my behavior. I understand now that it was wrong of me to act the way I did. I realize that I've hurt you, and for that, I am truly sorry. I hope that with time, we can move past this and rebuild the trust that was lost. I want to say that I've learned a lot from this experience. It's made me reflect on my actions and their consequences. I've come to understand the importance of communication and empathy in maintaining a healthy relationship. I hope that moving forward, we can both learn from this experience and grow as individuals. I'm committed to making amends and working towards a better future for both of us. I hope that you can find it in your heart to forgive me and give me another chance. I promise to do better and be better. I hope that in time, we can heal from this and move forward, stronger and wiser than before.